wherever you may be, however you may be watching. Welcome. I hope you're having a fantastic day. We are going to be doing something a little bit different today. As a lot of you guys know, I play a lot of indoor soccer. And if you are on my Instagram, you're on my Twitter, you guys have probably seen my 30-second clips of usually scoring a goal or getting an assist. As you know, I probably am not probably the best soccer player. I'm probably just showing you the 30 seconds of fame that I normally have. But today I'm going to go through an entire game, kind of doing some play-by-play and all that stuff in my beer league that I'm in most Thursday nights. So, excuse me. So without further ado, here we go. All right. So we have a nice panoramic view of the game. So if it looks a little weird, it's just because it's nice. It's a panoramic view. You guys will probably see some like weird where like two cameras are coming together here on the left and right hand side. So that's normal. That's all I can really do. Best that I can do. So let's go ahead and hit play and let's do some play-by-play action. All right. So I have my buddy Jeff. He have me, who I'm trying to get in a little bit better shape, kicking it off. I will say, in the beginning, this team had rough getting some players. I think a lot of their players were running late. As you can see, there's a point in time where the game completely changes. But go ahead and kick it off, play it back. I'm playing more of a striker role. Unfortunately, misread of what he was doing to that ball. I went more towards a run towards goal versus coming back towards it, receiving the ball more as a holding forward. It's okay. We're getting some buffering issues, unfortunately. All right, let's see if this... I don't have a now small little cut. Play. All right, so I'm back. Sorry. For some reason, my webpage timed me out for being logged in for too long. Anyways, we're back. Like I said, I didn't read what my teammate was wanting to do. I didn't come back to the ball, being more of like a holding forward. I made a more of a run to the game. Playing it back, Mary playing some solid defense. I'm chasing after the ball. Made the keeper, forcing on a good error. Good possession between Adam and Jeff. Playing the ball, doing that very well, but an untimely turnover there. But we're under control. The opposing team didn't do too much with it. Again, the opposing team is a little rough right now. They're still missing a lot of players, so we push forward. Getting the ball back in the midfield. Positioning wise, I get the ball played to the corner. I play across the goal to Tiffany. Unfortunately, the keeper was there, stopped it. Play it back up top, but unfortunately, Mary got her pocket picked from the opposing team. They do a nice little counter attack. Jeff gets the ball back, which is nice. Unfortunately, has a misstep. But good defense and from the midfield. Tiffany plays it up and it gets out of bounds. Tiffany then takes it, plays it, and switches it to some space. Switches it back. Decides to place it back into possession. Jeff plays a beautiful ball up to me. I had a nice... You can't quite see it. I touched it just a tad bit. Couldn't quite put it onto goal. Hits the wall and the keeper was able to sip it up. But the defense playing around with it a little bit too much. We're adding a lot of pressure onto their end. They were able to take it up a little bit up towards the field. Not really lots of messiness that they were able to get through. But good defense. Getting the ball back, pushing the ball back up in the midfield. I didn't really see Tiffany here making this space. I probably should have made a run to the far corner, freeing up this entire space to Tiffany. But I decided, again, drop back to more receive the ball, playing it through a few people. Didn't quite get my foot behind that, unfortunately, and that one kind of hits it. My first really true opportunity at the goal line, or up in goal, so back in possession. Receive the ball, nice little cheeky cutting defender. Unfortunately, hits it. I think I fouled the dude. I kicked him in the back of the foot. Just a lot of congestion up there on the top. But nice little cheeky touch by myself. I'm a little knackered, so I'm subbing off. Austin is coming on. As we're playing, going back into defense. We're doing pretty well defensively. We win the ball back in transition. Plays the ball off the wall. Unfortunately, nothing comes of it. The opposing team counter attacks here. Good defense by Adam, winning the ball back. Heavy touch by Austin, but good idea in the midfield. Bruce comes on. Bruce is dealing with a small little hand injury, so as you can see, he's not probably 100% as he normally is, but wins the ball back in the midfield, pushing it up. Untimely pass back to Meev. Here you see the opposing team is getting some of their players back, so this is when the game starts to look a little bit different. The opposing team is getting a little bit better legs under them and all that jazz, so looking a little bit better. But we're still playing pretty strongly on defense. Plays it back to the keeper. Comes up to Bruce. Unfortunately, keeper plays it out of bounds. It's all good. Unfortunate. Ball's back in. Good effort to win the ball up high in the field. We play it to Bruce. Oh. Bruce, unfortunately, or Austin. Good move by Meev. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough on her pass, but she wins it back. Meev is honestly one of our better players. She is a force to be reckoned with. Kurt gets the ball up on the final third. He makes tries to play at Meev in the corner. Fortunately, it wasn't communicating too well enough. But we still are on the offensive. They win the ball back. Now they're on a little counterattack. But we do well to track back, win that ball back. Bruce is now in the open field, doing what he's doing best. Taking the ball up. Unfortunately, miscommunication between Kurt and Austin up in the final third. Quite unfortunate. Kurt plays it back. Good possession. Unfortunately, loses it there. Austin tracks back to help stop the ball. Still pretty solid on defense. Good stop. And this is where we kind of stopped the ball a little bit. It looks like Austin got a little cleated. I saw the injury afterwards. It probably should have definitely been a foul. Definitely a lot of blood and some blood on his ankle. Proper cleaning. But something that you only see in beer leagues. People get a little loosey goosey with their tackling with the cleat first, unfortunately. But ball gets played back in. As you can see, the opposing team is playing with a little bit more confidence. Noah comes out, clears out the ball. Unfortunately, he plays it out of bounds, but it's okay. Gives the defensive time to play it back. They get a shot off, but the shot is off high and wide. No real danger. We get the ball back. Becca, nice tackle, allows Jeff to get the ball in the wing. Jeff plays it, switch the ball. He's playing with more possession here. Unfortunately loses it, but we're still playing strong. Loses the ball, but Noah is there to Meave and Becca. Good possession play. Way to see Jeff down the field. Jeff plays it to himself. Jeff shoots off the keeper on a good shot by Jeff in that corner. Becca then takes it, gives it back to Jeff in the corner. Jeff is then going to give it back to Becca. Kind of hard to see there in the corner. Plays it back up top. Unfortunately got intercepted, and now we're on a very dangerous counterattack. Noah sniffs it out. Kind of a sweeper keeper type of action. But this is kind of unfortunate. But Noah was able to get back. We had a defender out back kind of to sniff off any funny business. They're still attacking the ball, but again, defense is still holding very strongly. But unfortunately can't get the ball back onto their side of the field. We do win the ball back. We're playing a little bit more on the possession. Plays it up to the left wing there. Cuts it in almost. Still has possession of it, which is nice. Just a little snuff out. Play it to Jeff in the left corner. Back out. And it goes in. Good little shot. Jeff was there to add a lot of confusion. Good overall play. We now have a small little line change. I come on, Adam comes back on. And we move forward. Good play. Alright, we jump back on. I move back up to apply some pressure in the backfield. Playing more of a strike position. I've been known to have a pterodactyl arm, but we're playing some defense, doing well to move the ball and defensively. I move wide. Unfortunately misplayed. Ball center. Adams doing well in the midfield to try to win the ball back. I push up to kind of force the narrative to get the ball back. Good inter-combination play. Adam was a beast in this game in the midfield, I will say. A nice long ball up to Tiff. Tiff unfortunately couldn't quite get it. Plays it over to me. Unfortunately got intercepted. Again, the Adam is still solid there in the midfield. Back over to Tiff in the middle. Unfortunately, just the header wasn't quite where I was. It's okay. Austin missed tackle, but there again was Adam. Unfortunately couldn't get the ball quite to me, but again, Adam is all over the place. Good defense to interrupt that shot, and good goalkeeping by Noah. Plays the ball up to me. I get the ball in the corner. I try to find Tiffany off the wall. Unfortunately, the wall was not my best friend there. I probably should have played more directly across to Tiffany. It's okay. Quite unlucky on that one. Now back on defense. This is an indoor. We switch offense to defense quite frequently. Plays it up to me. The defender mishandles it. 1v1 with the keeper. Puts away in the back of the net. One of my better goals. 1v1 with the keeper. I will say I don't normally miss those, so. Again, doing a lot of running. I need to work on my cardio. After that goal, definitely am subbing myself off. Ball is played back in, And this is where it's kind of turns for the worse for our team, momentum-wise. The opposing team has all their players in now that they were missing at the start of the game. We're playing heavy defense. They attack on their end. Good save by Noah. Noah pushes the ball up far. Bruce handles it. Unfortunately, meets up with some defensive opposition. But here's Adam in the midfield, holding up play. Good defensive tackle there, but unfortunately couldn't win the ball back. They are moving very well. Good defensive play by Noah. And good save by Noah, top of the box. Noah had a really good game in this game. Unfortunately, you'll see moving forward, it's not to the team's deficit. But playing the ball out, fouled. Adam was unfortunately fouled by the opposing team there. That's all good. Pausing. All right. All right. Adam gets fouled. It's all good. They shake hands. Noah plays the ball all the way up. Loses, unfortunately, in the midfield. Opposing team is on a counterattack. Plays the ball back. Fortunately, we play it out, but two opposing blue players, they're still on the attack. Moving the ball pretty well. Moves it to the corner. Austin is there. Clears it out. Fortunately, is not able to clear the ball out all the way. Kurt does a great job. Now Bruce is now up. Beats his one defender. He has numbers. Plays it to the corner. Unfortunately, the defender. And this is one of those cheeky fouls where, as a shoulder-to-shoulder foul, they were both playing hard to the ball. Don't know if that's a foul, but it's against the wall, so I think the ref just made the conscious decision to blow the whistle just for player safety in that situation. But it is what it is. Blue has the ball in the midfield. He finds the player up top, moving the ball very well. Plays it back, shoots, and scores. That was a good combination play by Blue, unfortunately, to our deficit. Notice that probably our team is getting a little tired at this point. But it's all good, all good. We are still up 1-0. We start the ball back. Plays it wide to Tiff. Tiff is doing a great job. Beats her man down off the wall. Switches it. We have the ball to the left-hand side. Puts it in the box. Unfortunately, no one was quite there. Bruce is there. Shoots. And unfortunately, the shot is off of a blue player. Trying to win the ball back into their half. They find the easy outlet pass. Kurt is there to meet the opposition. Kurt is doing his darndest. Kind of gets kicked. He does kick the guy in the back of the foot. Unfortunately, it's a foul. Kurt immediately subs himself off after that one. Mr. Jeffy does come on. Blue team then plays the ball back in. Doing pretty well on holding them on the midfield side of things. Maeve is holding stop ball strong. Fortunately, they do get a little through. They're working that right hand side. Sees the player in the middle. Sees him back. Gets the strike off, and it's up and out of bounds. Noah then plays it up. Nice little foul on the opposing team. Nice little shove in the back. He knows what he did. Talking to the ref a little bit like he didn't do anything, but he knows he had a nice little shove there. Alright. Noah then plays the ball up to the far corner. He sees Jeffy. Unfortunately, a little bit too far. Jeff couldn't quite get there to get onto goal. Blue now has it. Sees through the midfield. Little red. We were able to pick it up. Austin is untimely pass to the midfield to a blue player. Blue player works his way up the field. 1v1 with the keeper. Noah does a great job. Good save. Good job, Noah. Noah's a beast in the goal. Becca plays it to Becca. Unfortunately, a nice hard pass. Back to Becca. She wasn't able to interrupt it. Blue now has it in the left corner. Meave, good tackle. Up to Becca. Becca then tries to play it to our striker. Unfortunately, the defender was there. But Meave was able to get it back. Nice. Unfortunately, loses the ball in the midfield. Working on defense to win the ball back. We do. Can we find feet? Meave finds Becca in the corner. Great run by Becca. Becca will tries to play it towards the middle. Unfortunately, it falls to a blue player's feet. Blue plays it immediately up to the end. Adam is doing a great job on defense to hold the ball up. Blue was able to play it in the side, but Noah has another beautiful save. Immediately back have the possession of the ball. Blue intercepts. Blue had a nice little pass inside the box, but it was to Noah. Noah was able to pick that up. Noah immediately plays it out to Adam. Adam finds guy on the left-hand side, all the way up to the left corner. Plays it in. Almost terrible, but a great, almost good ball onto goal. Becca, nice little strike. Second shot off the wall. We are doing well on offense possession here. We play nice little switch to Becca. Becca plays it in. Unfortunately, the blue player was there. And unfortunately, no foul. Blue is now on a little counter attack. Adam disrupts. Noah, nice little disruption in a little sweeper action. Clears it, but Blue is still on the attack. Doing some heavy defending against Blue. Blue has it on the left-hand side. Playing in the center. Shot off the wall. Blue still has it on the right-hand side. They cross it off Meave, and then we clear it out. Blue defense was able to pick it up, put it back in the midfield. They were able to find feet on the left-hand side. Shots off the far corner wall. Good defense. They got time. Good run. And he clips Kurt in the midfield. We push up a little bit. Finds Beck in the corner, but I don't think she was quite expecting that ball. Keeper clears it out. Blue has the ball. Plays it up to their holding striker. But Meave is doing a strong, good time. Unfortunately, the striker was able to get past her, unfortunately. He plays the ball really far off of himself. Able to lose it. Ball goes all the way back to Blue's defense. Blue was able to run the ball up pretty easily. Off. Hits the ball. Almost Blue goal. Right in the corner. We get the ball there. Kurt unfortunately loses the ball in midfield. There's about 10 seconds left. We just kind of play with the ball in the midfield. Wait for halftime. Desperation shot there by Blue in the halftime. Some halftime notes here. Obviously, it's a really close game. We are still up by 1. It is a little bit difference of a game here. As you can see, the momentum on blue is definitely on blue's side, but red is still showing some flashes on offense, just kind of a half hair off on some of their shots and some of their possession. So we'll see if red can change the momentum to our side, and we'll see here. All right, kick the ball off. Blue has possession, making easy work, playing up some trickery by blue. Plays the ball up, got stopped by red. He shots wide. Red recovers, plays the ball up to Tiffany on the left-hand side. Plays it up to me, unfortunately got intercepted by the blue defender. I'm running to try to add some pressure to defense. I'm playing as striker in this situation, but we are still having issues having the ball on our end of the field. And unfortunately, blue was able to cross the ball in, shot up to the left-hand side. Good play by blue, adding some major pressure. Tied up 2-2. Our kickoff, I play the ball all the way back to Brucey. Brucey then plays it back to our goalie. I'm playing a little bit further back now, trying to play this midfield, see this midfield role. But unfortunately, we're just not playing with a sense of urgency. I'm tracking back now to try to see if I can receive the ball back a little bit further down the field, guarding this blue on the backhand stuff. Play the ball up. Again, I'm trying to play this midfield gap that we unfortunately have. I see to prevent the keeper having a nice easy option. Keeper then just blasts it out. I play a little free kick. Here I didn't quite see Austin fast enough, so I try to play a cheeky little pass. Fortunately, try to play the ball to the shortest member of our team, Tiffany. Quite unfortunate, but Noah comes out doing some sweeper action. Does a good job playing it out of bounds, get our defense back on. And the team is playing, blue team, with nice little trickery. I receive the ball. Kind of lose the ball, trying to find Tiffany in the midfield there. Tiffany is now. Austin gets the ball up top. Unfortunately, a heavy touch in the blue defense. A soft little push in the back there on Brucey in. But it gives time for our defense to come back. Nice little professional soft foul, but it is what it is. Blue is now fortunately kind of playing through some of our defenders. Our player kind of gets kicked, and the ref sees it, calls the foul, stops a goal denying foul. I get the ball played up to me. Fortunately, I'm a little bit too slow to be able to receive it, but I'm sitting there. Have a hit. Unfortunately, off the wall. Unfortunately, could not capitalize on the keeper being out. Tiffany receives the ball up. I fortunately plays the ball out wide. Fortunately, I wasn't in the place to be able to receive that. I'm doing some major work, trying to get the ball back here. Ball plays out of bounds. I pick this up, trying to play a nice little free kick. Here I'm looking for Austin, who's making a nice run into the box here. Nice up and over. off the wall. Austin was almost there, and then we play it up and out, unfortunately, onto the net. But it appears to hit off of the blue player, so now Austin is taking the free kick. I try to make a cheeky inside run, almost off to me, off the wall, onto me. It's like a little, like, kind of like a foot off in that situation. Quite unfortunate. Blue now plays quick counterattack back. Noah, good tackle. Good defensive tackle to stop that play. Off to me. Unfortunately, the defender was right there off of my heavy touch. Here, I'm getting a little winded. You'll see me probably call for a sub right here. As Blue is on the offense. Jeff, nice little cheeky little foul. Does clip the blue player. They shake hands, help him up. Good sportsmanship. That's what you like to see in the Thursday league, but beer league that we are in. We're on defense here. Good shots, good goalkeeping by Noah. Blue is kind of having their way. Kurt tries to play Adam up top. Unfortunately got stopped. Kurt, nice little unfortunate shove in the back. Kurt, I love Kurt, but he plays hard. That's why I love the guy, but nice little shove in the back. Ref was there to see it, calls it. Now Blue is playing with their possession. Working the ball upfield, playing space. Nice switch ball to the other side. And they switch it immediately back. They're working the ball, trying to find playing space. Becca was able to intercept that one, but unfortunately could not hold on to it. Blue now still has the possession. Tries to play it down. We were able to cause some chaos, plays it up, but unfortunately no one was there. Kurt was playing, and unfortunately was not able to get that ball back. Good effort by Kurt. Saw the weakness. But now Blue is now working the ball up to the right-hand side. Playing good possession soccer on Blue side of the field. They drop the ball back. Blue finds the guy in the middle. Plays it to the corner, but fortunately our red player plays it back to the keeper, which is not necessarily a good thing to do. Blue gets possession back. Becca intercepts the ball in the midfield, plays Kurt, great ball. Kurt's there on the right hand side, beats his man, plays up top to Adam, takes a shot, and unfortunately straight to the keeper. And that was a great play by Kurt and Adam. And a good ball intercepted by Becca. That play started with Becca here in the defense side, intercepting that ball. Good little counter-attack play by the Kirkland Meeseeks brigade. Plays that out of bounds. You see me here on the inside. Quickly puts it back in. Wastes no time. Plays it up to Adam. Adam turns. He sees space. Unfortunately, Blue crashes in quickly. He hears Austin say, "Take your time," but it takes no time. Plays it up top. But we still win. Good shot off. Gets it back. Plays it back to Becca. Becca cuts in. Shot in. Ricochets off of a Blue player. We play it all the way back in possession to see if we can stretch Blue off from their defensive third. We play it up to Meave. Good ball by Meave. Meave is right there, trying to fight off her man. Unfortunately, trips on the turf. And a soft foul, but bodies were on the ground. Understand, ref is probably just playing some protection there in that one against the wall. Kurt is playing strong here. This is why I love Kurt. Unfortunately, cuts the man down, but again, Kurt is playing super strong here. Can't hate him for playing strong ball. Put in basketball terms, he's that guy that works hard on both ends, dives to the ball. Unfortunately, will foul every once in a while, and if there was foul now, unfortunately, Kurt would probably see himself being fouled out on the soccer field, but that's the type of player he is. Leaves it all on the field. Blue has a nice little shot off. Noah's right there to cut it off. Plays it out to Kurt. Has some pressure. Plays it back to Becca. Makes a good run down the sideline. Kurt, unfortunately, puts his back towards Becca. Didn't see exactly where that went. Blue recovers it. But Kurt does a good job getting the ball back. Adam pressures, and Blue was able to escape the pressure. Kurt tries to stop the ball. Plays against the wall. We intercept. Becca then plays. Sees Adam. Good combination play up top. As he left-hand shot back to Adam. Adam wasn't quite there. Adam working against the defense on the back wall. Neve was at her intercept the clearance pass. Plays it to the corner. Crosses it in. Blue bodies were there, unfortunately. And Blue is now working it up the field, but we stop it defensively. Blue then gets that clearance out. Now kind of slowing the ball down. We do a nice little substitute out. Stopping all. Blue's working them offensively. Jeff does a good tackle. Sees Beck up on the right hand side. She tries to cut it inside, but defensively. Unfortunate little tackle. Ref was probably a little bit too quick on the substitution there. As you can see, probably getting a little hot-headed with some of these tackles. Ref is blowing the whistle here and there. It is what it is. You guys gotta playing on, unfortunately. Some good combination work by Blue, but Noah has a great save in the middle of the box. Good cut in. We're working the ball up. It's a 3v3. 4v4 now. Jeff, good shot by Jeff. And the final third line falls to a Blue player. They were able to have the play it to the guy, to the Blue midfielder, but we were able to clean it up. Try to play it up to our holding forward, but unfortunately not able to hold possession. With all this back and forthness, we were able to hold the possession a little bit, but they were able to do some pressure on Noah. Noah had to clear it out. Alright, Blues working the ball up on their field, working some possession, lose the ball off the wall, able to win it back, but lose it off the wall again, but they were able to win it back. Blues now has some space, working up in the midfield, doing some 1v1 defending, plays it to the wing, shoots it off the wall. Shot from the left-hand side. Noah was easily able to save it. Noah throws it up to Austin. Austin sees some space on the right-hand side. Austin tries to work it towards the corner. Cuts it in. Tries to play it to Tiffany. Tiffany unfortunately was not able to get it off there. Tiffany does win the ball back, plays it back in, header in. Unfortunately, not on frame, but we still win the ball. Played to the corner, on top of the box, shot by Austin, and it is high to the right. Unfortunate. Good work offensively. Blue has the ball back. They're working in the infield, running it up. Unfortunate pass. Noah was able to easily pick that up. Quick ball back. We play it up. Trying to cross it to Tiff. Unfortunately, it was kind of deflected. Austin does a good job to try to work it back off the wall. Unfortunate bounce. Blue gets the ball back there in the midfield. play it to a nice through ball, but Noah, being the sweeper keeper that he is, kicks it out, hits the top roping system, so it is out of bounds. Free kick for Blue. He plays it into the middle. Plays it, drops it back. Tiffany does good work stopping their defense, who's playing with the ball a little bit too much there. We are to pick it up on offense. Plays it out wide. Plays it to the corner. Unfortunately, Austin did not see that ball, but their keeper does clear the ball, hits the top netting, and it is a free kick for Red. Free kick. We play it up into the box. Ricochets off of a blue body. Kirk was able to... Oh, well, no, that's Austin. Austin was able to pick it up. Trying some trickery. Adam was able to pick it up off the wall, into the box. Lays into Blue's feet. Blue clears it out. Jeff tries to put it back in. Unfortunately, plays it into the back netting. Blue kick. Ball back in. Blue was able to clear our high press a little bit there. We're working the ball around off the wall. Blue tried to do a little dummy through, but unfortunately her own teammate was not there. We try to clear it up. I am playing defense now, which is something that you don't like to see. We play the ball up to Kurt. Unfortunately, Kurt wasn't able to keep the ball. Blue then gets the ball back. I'm playing pretty much man defense on this left-hand side. Adam does an amazing job winning the ball up, and then he gets fouled. Adam had played a phenomenal game here in the midfield. I'm playing last man defense at this point. That's just how the substitutes work for this one. We play the ball in, try to cross it in off the wall. We call for a handball. We stop playing. I'm doing some 1v1 defending. Stop the ball. Stop the ball. Unfortunately, he still has the ball, but I was able to slow the ball up, clear the ball out. Tiffany was able to win, but unfortunate pass to Kurt. They play the ball back up. I'm playing some more 1v1 defending. Plays the ball in. Header. Off to the corner. Noah plays the ball up to Tiffany. Tiffany plays to the corner. Hopefully the Kurt can get there. Kurt loses the ball back, unfortunately, to another blue player, but Kurt is sprinting back, trying to win that ball back, causing some disruption. Adam does, unfortunately, clip the blue player in the back. Ref is quick to call it. We are defending for our lives here. Blue free kick. I am marking my man. Man is right there. I stop the shot by my man. Ball gets played up. Bruce is making a beautiful run. I'm holding back. Beats his man. Takes a shot off the wall. Takes another shot. Ricochets off the wall. Blue is now counterattack. I'm now in a 2v1. I stop the ball. I'm working up. Running back. Unfortunately, could not get back. Blue's right there on the offensive. And Blue scores. I am knackered at this point, playing defense, so I sub myself out. Unfortunately, I blame myself for that goal. Unfortunately, I just was not able to get back after that defensive struggles. This is normally why I don't normally play defense, but Blue does a good job playing in the corner, able to find their man inside. We put the ball back in. Now we're trying to find the game-tying goal in the last 4 minutes of the game. Blue wins possession. Working the ball up. Blue is in the far corner. Becca's playing solid defense as she does. Adam playing solid defense, playing a hell of a game. But Blue is still holding on possession, working around in our final third. Small high kick. Jeff is right there playing some defense. Jeff was able to cause enough disruption, and we were able to clear the ball out. We're playing some bouncing balls back and forth. Maeve tries to settle it. She does in the midfield. Finds Adam on the left-hand side. Adam tries to cut it in. Tries to find Brucey up top. Ball gets cleared out to Becca. Becca then takes the ball up. She's trying to find a man, but no one's quite running for her. Plays the ball out wide, but unfortunately plays a little bit too far because no one was making that run for her. We're all a little bit tired at this point. But does a good job tracking back, winning that ball back though. Becca is right there, wins the ball back, but it does unfortunately fall to a blue player. Noah does a good job clearing the ball out. We're working the ball up. She finds Jeffy on the right hand side. Jeff plays a heavy touch in, but unfortunately it gets cleared up by Blue. Blue is taking it back up. Jeff is trying to win the ball back. Blue plays a little cheeky shove there. Ref does not try to, no call by. Ref finally calls the shove on him. Jeff showing a little temper, understandably. Blue was kind of shoving, has been shoving us all game. Jeff subs himself off. Probably a smart choice. Blue was able to find the ball back, but we play good defense. Find Beck on the right hand side. She plays it in. Unfortunately, gets played out. Playing stop ball defense, trying to keep Blue in front of us. Blue is doing a good job staying possession though. But Brucey's right there. Unfortunate. Tries to play through the blue player. Blue plays it back. 1 minute left. As you hear from the sideline. Blue is up, trying to lurk and trying to find their brace goal. Ball plays in. Noah picks up the ball. As a good goalie does. Protecting his box. We play the ball up. Blue's being a little cheeky here. Unfortunately, Blue does. Noah pushes up, trying to get the last goal. Becca finds it, plays Austin over to Bruce on the right-hand side. This might be our last chance. But unfortunately, Bruce kind of gets fouled there, but it's not called. Noah's up, trying to win the ball. Last few seconds left. About 19 seconds left. We're trying to find the game-tying goal, and it gets cleared out. Blue now has the ball. A little push by the opposing team. Unsportsmanlike. He looks over to Becca like game's the game. Doesn't even apologize to her. Something that you don't do. Pushing like that. Here's a kind of a replay of that. He doesn't even apologize. Game's over. There's a whole thing. He's like, game's the game. But we're like, you really don't push someone like that. Especially not in the, had nothing really to do with the game. We're pushing him back like, game's over, move on, move on. Too late to say sorry now. you're not going to say sorry, don't say sorry. Hard fought loss, unfortunately. We still shake hands because that's what you do. And that is the game. Good key players. When I saw Kurt, always works hard. Always is working hard. Let me put this back on my full screen here. Kurt is out there running the entire game. He is the engine workforce of our game. Out there working. Adam is probably the MVP of the game. Working it in that midfield, winning a lot of those duels. I don't think we have 2 goals without him. Becca is always a solid placement in this game. Unfortunately, game does not turn our side, but it is what it is. We have, I think, a 2-week bye week up until our next game, so we're able to rest up. Hopefully, if you're like me, probably go on a few more runs, kind of get a little bit more active. You saw probably our fitness probably killed us there. Towards the end, we got a little tired, and that is it. That is the game from this past Thursday. Super proud of my guys and gals. We played really hard. 2 really good goals, and we just unfortunately weren't able to get away with a victory on that one. But if you want me to do more of these, please leave a comment down below, and yeah, I'll see you guys on the next time. Bye.